My therapist told me to honor my mother's memory at her funeral, so I told everyone exactly who she was. Standing at the podium, I looked at the packed church, colleagues from her law firm, neighbors who thought they knew her, relatives dabbing their eyes. They expected heartwarming stories about the woman who donated to every charity auction and never missed a PTA meeting. My mother was exceptional, I began. She graduated summa cum laude from Harvard Law while raising 3 kids alone. She made partner at 35. She was brilliant. Approving nods all around. She was also the reason my little brother tried to kill himself at 14. The church went silent for 30 years. My mother crafted the perfect image. Community pillar. Devoted mother, champion of children's rights. At work, she prosecuted child abusers. At home, she perfected psychological torture that left no marks. She'd lock my sister in the garage for hours for getting a bike. 6. Princeton doesn't accept mediocrity, she'd say through the door. When my brother showed interest in art instead of law, she burned his sketches in the backyard. Artists die poor and forgotten, but her specialty was me, the oldest, the one who was supposed to be her legacy. Every morning she'd list my failures while French, braiding my hair for school. Your posture is terrible. Your laugh is too loud. That boy will never love someone who eats like that. Nawaz with a smile in case someone was watching. When I got into Yale instead of Harvard, she didn't speak to me for 6 months. Not angry silence, part complete erasure. She'd set the table for 2, introduce my siblings to friends as her only children, walk past me like I was furniture. Stop being dramatic, relatives said when I tried to tell them. She's just disappointed but sacrifices so much for you kids. The breaking point came when she found out I was in therapy. She hacked my email, printed my therapist's notes, and read them aloud at Sunday dinner. Narcissistic abuse. I invented that defense for actual victims, not ungrateful daughters. That night my brother swallowed a bottle of her sleeping pills. She found him, called 911, then coached him on what to say. Tell them you were stressed about finals, mental health issues, ruin law school applications. He told them the truth instead. CPS investigated. Well, nothing. My mother knew every investigator, every protocol. She'd written half of them. The case was closed as teenage adjustment issues. I moved out at 18. My siblings followed when they could. We built lives away from her shadow, checking on each other, healing slowly. She never acknowledged our absence, just told everyone we were too busy being successful to visit. Last month, she died at her desk, working on another case. Heart attack at 58. The tributes poured in, a warrior for children, taken too soon, an inspiration. Her law firm asked me to speak at the funeral to honor her memory, so here I stood, honoring it. She taught me that appearances matter more than truth, that love is conditional, that children are investments, not people. I pulled out her favorite legal pad. I found her notes for this funeral. She'd planned every detail, including what you should say about her. I read her words: suggest donations to Children's Obvious Fund, mention my pro bono work, reference my Harvard speech on protecting vulnerable youth. She was right about one thing, I continued. Actions speak louder than words. So let me honor her with the truth she never told my brothers in art school. Now he's happy. My sister counsels abused survivors. I became a therapist, specializing in children of narcissistic parents. I looked at her colleagues. She was brilliant. She saved hundreds of children from abusive homes. She also created one. Both things can be true. The pastor tried to take the microphone I held on. If you want to honor her memory, donate to mental health services, real ones, the kind that believe children when they ask for help. I walked back to my seat through deadly silence. My siblings took my hands. My brother whispered. She would have hated that. I know, I whispered back. That's the point. After the service, her law partner cornered me. That was cruel. She was complicated, yes, but she was still your mother. Yes, I agreed. She was complicated, and she was cruel, and she was my mother. All true. My therapist called that evening. Free, I said, watching my mother's house from across the street as strangers sorted through her perfect life. Finally free.